Hey, how you doing? This is FIFA Deforia, and we in Kicking Visions. Today, I just wanted to give you guys a little insight about myself, um, and this process that I've been going through. Like I told you before, Kicking Visions, and I want to give you the reason on why I'm calling it Kicking Visions. For me, um, I had no idea um, that I was a visionary, as in so much of knowing when I was younger. I knew that I used to have an intellect, and I used to be able to, because I was a trouble child. I was a real trouble child. I always got into things that I wasn't supposed to, and I always had this certain sense of being able to see the outcomes before they happen personally. And that's why I want to connect with other people that's like myself, because I feel alone a lot of the times. When I was younger, I used to be able to, for a certain instance, before I was to get into a fight or something at school in fifth grade, because fifth grade was a year that I was getting into everything. It was chaos. If anybody knows what Village Fair is, or alternative school, I went to alternative school that year. And I used to always catch myself before I get into a fight, or before I get into anything that I know I'm not supposed to. If you want to say God, or if you want to say the Creator, or if you want to say anything like that, that He would give me a deep intellect, and He would be able to show me, this is going to happen if you do this. This is going to happen if you do this. And it was amazing to me back then. And I always would choose the wrong things at that time. But he was giving me a power to be intuitive with myself at a young age. Um, I really didn't know how to use that then until I got older. And now, well, when I got into middle school, it got better. I stopped seeing so much as visions, because I was getting conscious, the conscious side of it. And back then, when I was in fifth grade, everybody would ask me, my mom, my granny, everybody would ask me, "You don't have a conscience? You know, nothing's telling you what to do, or telling you not to do those things before you do it?" And my answer would always be no. Like, I decided to do that. I wanted to do it, and not knowing that my conscience was giving me the wisdom to see it before it happened, to be able to feel what my outcome was gonna be. I was I was that child that always got whoopings. I was disciplined. My mom, she did her job. She did what she was supposed to do with me, and because you spur a while, you spur a child. You don't. We that's what we believe in. So as I got older in middle school, it was more into, oh well, I kinda know, I kinda hear my voices. Sixth grade year, I got 3 tickets. I was still a trouble child, but I was trying more. Seventh grade year, I got no tickets. Eighth grade year, I got tickets, but it wasn't because I didn't have conscience. I started using my conscience for what I used to think was the right things. Freshman year, it was beautiful. I didn't get into any trouble like that. I got some truancy tickets, but I was going to class. We credit down here where I'm from. It was credit all the way up into high school, and until me having friends, and one a lot of my friends are dead or in jail. It's sad to say, the typical story, and that's for anybody, that's for any race, that's the typical story. if you grew up on the side of the city to where you didn't have anybody able to, you didn't want guidance, or you didn't feel like that the wisdom that they kicking, it ain't nothing, or oh, I just gotta live this life and figure it out on my own, because you can't tell me what I need to do in my life because it's my life. I told my friends, in 11th grade, before I was a senior, I always hung out with the older crowd. Or I was my birthday it's 10/15, so I was always a year behind, but I always hung out with the older people, or the people in my age, but they was in a class before me. So I told them, like, hey, if we don't change, if we don't do something, God is giving me, or the Creator, or whoever you decide to say, He's giving me an intellect. He's letting me know that, bro, I want y'all here with me. And sad to say, everybody can't be saved. So with me saying that is, I want you to know that for the people that's visionaries, and we can see, or you can feel what's going to happen before it happens, never run from that. Never run from that. I always believe in your intuition, because your intuition is a blessing. It's a blessing. And know that you cannot save everybody, because saving everybody, if you could, we would live in a perfect world. And one day we will be able to. One day we will be able to be listened to more, because we know. So don't feel bad. Just keep going. Just keep going. Your spirit guides are always with you. Love is always with you. The Creator is always with you. Just know that it's going to be okay in the long run. You just make sure that you're okay. And the people that you love, you give them warnings before destruction. It's okay. Peace, love, sanity.